welcome to another edition of 12 Stones Adventures. I'm here with my friend Jason, and he is the owner of Basecamp Outdoors here in the Uwharries. This is ultimate off-grid luxury camping, and he's going to give us a little tour of this place. Appreciate you taking the time to show us around a little bit. Let's check it out.
So we're up in the Uwharrie Mountains. We're about 880 foot above sea level. This particular lot right here overlooks the Tuckertown Reservoir. So we're right off of a 49. 49 and 8 split is up there. 109 is right down the way. Baden Lake is less than 12 minutes from here.
Right.
You can get to like Baden Shores. So I bought this Glampsite. Well, I bought the property in 2022, and it was just raw land. And what I did was started thinking about what I wanted to do. I had already researched this before I started the project. Found some unrestricted land, and then set out to build a one-of-a-kind Glampsite out in the Uwharrie Mountains that's right across the street from the National Forest. Literally, there's a parcel of the Uwharrie National Forest across the road from here. So
very cool.
You can use this as your base camp, bring your primitive camping gear and go camp in the Uwharrie Mountains, and then when you're tired of camping in the National Forest, you can come back here and have just a little bit of luxury. This outhouse is a composting outhouse. So what I did was I used the rough cuts off of my neighbor's sawmill. He gave them to me for free, and then I used some fence slats, some 2x4s, some 2x8s, some 2x6s, and constructed this this outhouse. And I mean, it's as luxury as you can be for off-grid. You just put a little cat litter or moss or wood chips down in the bag there, and do your business. Whenever you're done, just collect the bag, and you can go compost it or toss it, whatever, put a new bag in there, and you're good to go. And you're out of the elements. There's a clear roof on here, so it lets light through in the daytime. At night, you know, you'd have to have a headlamp or a flashlight or something, but
right.
You know, protects you from the wind, protects you from the snow, the rain, the sleet, the hail, all that stuff. However, if it's cold, you'll be cold in there. The Uwharrie National Forest, well, this whole area is pretty temperate in the wintertime anyway. Average temperatures are in the 40s and 50s in the wintertime. It does dip down into the 20s, but that's kind of rare. Maybe a week or two out of the year it'll dip down into the 20s. The rest of the time it's pretty moderate. Like you can see today, it is February the 10th, and I have on a t-shirt, and I was actually sweating from working. So there's a nice breeze always comes up from the reservoir. We've got these little tents here that if you want, you can hang out in here as an adult, or the kids can get in here. They've got some lights in the top right here, and then they can just hang out in there. We've got solar lights throughout the whole Glampsite, so at nighttime they are light sensitive, so you have to wait until dusk. They will come on automatically. There is a button that you can push for them to come on and off if you want to turn them off at night, or if they're off and you want to turn them on, you can do that. Just wait till it gets dark for them to actually come on. We've got a couple hammock chairs up here in the front that overlook the reservoir. You can just sit in those and read a book, whatever you want. I have a battery powered fan right here for in the summertime, so if you're having your meal and you want the flies to leave, you just turn this fan on high, and it blows pretty good. In the wintertime, we've got these space heaters out here, which I have hooked up to these propane tanks. And then if you like to cook while you're camping, which I personally love to cook while I'm camping, which is why I have this really cool outdoor kitchen. I'll start right here. We've got this Royal Gourmet smoker grill, so you can put your charcoal or wood or whatever tender in the bottom here, and the fire deck actually goes up and down, so you can control how hot you want your food. If you want to sear something, you put it all the way up to the top. If you want it to cook slower, put it down at the bottom. You can add more tender right here in the front, which is pretty easy. You just put your logs in there or whatever. There's a bottle opener if you got Coca-Cola bottles to open up. And then if you want to smoke something, you can control the amount of airflow comes through here. There's a vent on the sides on the bottom, and then this vent on the top, so you can actually smoke a brisket or whatever you want in there.
There you go.
Pretty cool. We've got an outdoor sink, which is a wash bin, and an igloo cooler. All you gotta do is put some water in here, and then you can wash your dishes, you can clean your hands, whatever. If there is a fire, we do have a K-type fire extinguisher, which will extinguish grease, electrical, wood. It's made for kitchens, so since you're in the kitchen, hopefully you'll never have to use this, but if you do, right there it is.
Very important. Yes, sir.
We've got a Camp Chef Deluxe outdoor camp oven, which is an actual oven that you can fit a small turkey or medium-sized chicken in there, or roast some potatoes, whatever, baked potatoes. It's got a 2-burner stove top that's propane powered, as well as this Pit Boss 2-burner flat top, which is great. Like, you can do hibachi, you can sear some steaks on there, cook your vegetables, whatever you want. And then we just added this pizza oven by Pizzello, which is really cool. That's
very nice.
12-inch pizza deck. It's got a tinder box in the back, which you can either use wood pellets or chips or charcoal in, and get it up to about 500 degrees. You know, bring some flatbread out here, or bring a pre-made pizza crust, or you can bring actual dough balls and proof them out here and throw them in there, make your own pizza. We've got this Caratuck 50-quart cooler made by who is this made by? It's made by a local company. I can't remember right now, but the name of it is Caratuck. It's bear proof, so close this, and bears aren't supposed to be able to get into it. It's supposed to hold ice for up to 10 days. It's got a little tray at the top where you can put your vegetables and stuff, and anything you want frozen you put down on the bottom. It's a really nice cooler. It's big enough for a couple to stay out here for several days. We are pretty close to a store. If you want to go to Food Line, there's a Food Line in Richfield, which is about 15 minutes away. So,
okay.
You know, we're out in the woods, but we're not too far away from civilization. Those ammo cans in the back there, they've got spices and coffee in them, as well as some pan spray and some dish soap. So there's a percolator and some coffee mugs. There's some cast iron skillets. There's skewers if you want to make s'mores or roast hot dogs. We've got pretty much everything you want out here. The only thing you need to bring is your food, your ice, and something to eat on, like paper plates and disposable forks, knives, and spoons. And then at the end of the night, after you're hiking, kayaking, swimming, whatever, horseback riding, 4x4 off-roading, all of those outdoor things that you can do in the Uwharrie National Forest, you can come here and clean yourself off in our outdoor shower. So
yeah, you guys got to see this. This is very cool.
It's really cool. It's a greenhouse, but it's a shower house now. So if you want, you can leave the shower curtains open, and you can see. Well, it's opaque, so you can't really see. You can see through it, but you can't make anything out. But you can feel like you're taking a shower outside when you're really not all the way outside. It's fed by that 55-gallon rain barrel right there, which is collects rain off the roof of the balcony. Goes through this garden hose. I've got a inline RV campsite filter in there, so it filters the water. I would not drink it, but I would take a shower in it, right, for sure. And then that right there is our outdoor on-demand water heater. So it is propane powered, and it will make that water scalding hot. All you got to do is turn the water line on here, flip this switch for the pump, starts pumping water through. You can hear the igniter clicking. It will light the fire and heat the water up, so you can have a hot shower out in the middle of Uwharrie National Forest.
Very cool. That's important.
Yeah, it is for sure. And I guess we'll head upstairs. So you have this space down here to hang out. There's also a 3-person hammock over there. It's a triangular hammock. I don't know if I would fit 3 adults in there, but 3 children would fit just fine. 2 adults, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Hang out there, read a book, or just stare at the sky and take in the natural sounds of the forest. Come up the deck. We've got a just a little extra added security. Keep people away or out, or you know when somebody's coming through. There's a door here There is a lock on the inside. You can lock it if you want.
Okay.
And then we're on our balcony, which we have this nice outdoor patio furniture. We've got solar lights up here as well, so at night this lights up. We've got our outdoor space heater, which when it's cool, you can just sit out here, snuggle up underneath that on the couch and listen to the wind blow through the trees. We've got this nice little coffee nook right here, so in the morning, you know, you can brew some coffee, sit up here and drink a coffee in the morning or in the midday at night, or even eat your lunch or dinner up here. We've got some citronella candles out here to keep the mosquitoes away. Works pretty good. It's really nice at night. It's a little torch.
I don't know if you guys can see that view or not.
Yeah, it's a great view.
Right out here you can see Tuckertown Lake. Beautiful view.
Yeah, the Tuckertown Reservoir. In the late fall, winter, and early spring, you have a really nice view of the reservoir. In the summertime, when all the leaves are on the trees, you can't really see the reservoir. You get a glimpse of it every once in a while when the sun shines on it, but it's still nice out here. It's all nice and green in the summertime. So the tent right here is a 16.5 foot bell tent. It's made out of cotton canvas. It's 100% waterproof. It is breathable. So the wind normally blows from the south to the north, and the tent opening faces south. So the breeze blows right through the tent. You just open the windows, let the breeze come through. And then inside, we've got it a little bit decorated for Valentine's Day. We've got a queen size memory foam mattress, which is really nice. My cleaner comes and cleans the whole tent, changes out all the linens, cleans the kitchen, blows away the leaves, takes the trash out every time after somebody stays. And it's super clean, it's super nice. There are a couple cots underneath the tent, which if you have more than 2 people, you can fit 4 in here comfortably. Like if you're a couple that has 2 kids, no problem.
Right.
If you have a baby and a couple kids, no problem still, because it's a queen size bed. We've got a couple chairs in here. We've got our EcoFlow battery, which is about 1200 watts. That powers all the fans. It even powers
Show us how that works.
So this is an Icy Breeze cooler. So this is an actual portable air conditioner. You fill this up with ice, put a little bit of water in it. There's an actual heat exchange in here, which this gets cold. The air gets sucked over the heat exchange from the cold water being pumped through it. And then it comes out this vent at the end, or you can move this vent wherever you want. And this blows just as hard and cold as the AC vent in your car. So it's enough to cool you off at night before you go to sleep. But not quite enough to make the whole tent cold. So this, at the end of the day, it's still tent camping. And so you have to have the expectation when you're coming out here that you're camping in a tent. It's just super, super nice.
Right.
We've got a heater out here for when it gets cold. We've got the Big Buddy made by Mr. Heater. So that's a propane powered heater. It's designed for the inside of tents, so you don't have to worry about carbon monoxide poisoning or anything like that. Turn that thing on high, it gets the whole tent nice and toasty. And then at night when you're going to sleep, just put it on medium, and it'll keep the tent warm enough that it's comfortable to sleep. And then, you know, if you're still a little cold, there are more blankets and linens in that little chest right there. You can put even more on the bed. We've got some reading materials out here, a couple little games. There is a carbon monoxide and smoke detector on the back side of this cabinet here, so you are safe. Don't worry about there being a fire or carbon monoxide poisoning, because this will wake you up and go off before that even happens.
Nice.
If you don't want to make coffee in the percolator out there by the kitchen, we have this Makita battery powered percolator, which makes 1 cup at a time. You just get a coffee pod or a coffee pouch and put it in here. You can even put your grounds in here. It'll make 1 cup at a time. You fill up this little water bucket right here, and then turn it on. It runs off battery power, so if the batteries go dead, you just charge them with the EcoFlow battery over there, which is the main power source for the whole tent. That runs off of solar power, but if it needs to be charged quicker, if you want to charge it up fully, we do have a generator out there in the kitchen, which you can turn on. It's an LP generator, and it'll charge that battery in about an hour.
Okay, cool.
The last part of the property I'll take you to is our little fire deck, and so that's down the walkway here.
You want to show us your zip line here?
Sure. I think I can go on the zip line here. Now you untie this. So I've got a zip line out here. It's a 100-foot zip line, but it goes from that tree up there. So you're missing about 20 foot. So it's about 70 or 75 foot down to the end of it here. And all you have to do is pull it up here, sit on it. So we'll take a walk down to the fire pit, and you know, all this whole Glampsite I built by hand. I spent an entire year of weekends coming out here putting all this together. You can look at my my YouTube channel, Basecamp Outdoors, and it chronicles the building of the Glampsite step by step, so you can see how much was actually involved in it. And then I made this little fire deck. This was actually the first thing that I actually built out here. Before I built the path, before I built anything, I built this little fire deck because I knew I wanted to have a little overlook over the reservoir, which you can see it now in the winter time, but in the summer it's the view's a little blocked, but it's still a pretty nice spot.
Right. We've
got a propane powered fire pit out here, so you know, whenever you want to roast marshmallows or whatever, you just take the top off and turn the gas on and set the chairs up however you want. There's little solar powered lights down here too, so you can see the deck at night. If you don't want to use the fire pit, you still have these little lights that are lighting the place up, setting the ambiance for you. But yeah, this is Basecamp Outdoors. Little bit of glamping paradise in the Uwharrie Mountains. As far as I know, we are the only ones that do glamping in the Uwharrie Mountains.
I think so.
There's a lot of people that go camping. There's a lot of people that have RVs, but as like a Glampsite where you're in a nice tent with amenities, not just, you know, going to the bathroom in the woods. We have an actual outhouse. Being able to take a shower without hanging up water in a bag. And having a full outdoor kitchen and a queen-size memory foam mattress. I don't think there's any place like that anywhere near the Uwharrie National Forest. And the plan is eventually to maybe put one more Glampsite on this property.
Very cool.
And then hopefully we'll be able to find some more spaces in the Uwharrie so we can share this beautiful area with everybody around, especially outdoor enthusiasts who really enjoy glamping.
Right. Now, how would one make reservations to stay at the
you can make reservations on Airbnb.com. You just look for Bell Tent near Denton or New London, or glamping anywhere around here. If you search Ridgefield, New London, Baden, or Denton, you should find the Glampsite. It's the only one in the area. If you don't like Airbnb, you can go to Vrbo. We're listed on Vrbo as well. Just look for a Glampsite in the area around Denton or New London or Baden. We're also on the glampinghub.com. We're also on The Dirt. We are also on HipCamp and Lodge Lover. So, cool. You know, if you're on any one of those sites, you should be able to find the Glampsite. Our price range is anywhere from $70 a night during the winter time up to about $135, $140 during peak season, you know, when everybody wants to book the Glampsite. And we have a lot of people coming through. Right. The price goes up, just that's like any other hotel. But it's still a good price. Like I said, our cleaner comes after everybody leaves and flips the tent over, make sure everything's clean linens, all that in between stays. And so you don't have to worry about sanitation or anything along those lines. And there's a gas station right down the street, so if you need ice or water or coffee or soda or chips or whatever, the gas station is literally 3 minutes down the road. There's a good hike over near here, Bald Mountain. It's about 7 minutes from here. So you just hop on 49, and then the first intersection down there, you take a left, and then you take another left, and it'll take you out to Bald Mountain, which is over that way somewhere. Morrow Mountain State Park is about 25 minutes from here. Little Long Mountain, if you wanted to go hiking at the Moffett Trailhead, is about 15-20 minutes from here. Low Water Bridge is less than 15 minutes from here. That's a cool spot if you want to go kayaking over there. There's a put-in over there for your boat or kayak right across the bridge in Tuckertown. If you also
mentioned something about the cliffs right over here.
Yeah, so there's cliffs that you're not supposed to go jumping off of. right down the road from here, over Tuckertown. So if you want to go check those cliffs out, they're right across the road. They're actually listed on Google Maps. You can find them.
Yeah.
There's a public fishing area right down at the end of the dam. So if you like fishing, fly fishing, whatever kind of fishing, you can just drive down to the dam. On the low side of the dam, there's a public fishing area. You can get a permit right down the road from here. There's a general store, less than 10 minutes. If you just go down to the first intersection and take a right, you'll see Dollar General. You take a left at Dollar General. There's a general store right there that you can get fishing and hunting permits. The Alcoa game lands are literally across the street from here. So if you want to go turkey hunting or deer hunting in the wintertime, you can go over there. Like I said, Uwharrie National Forest is literally right there. That lot across the street, that's the Uwharrie National Forest right across the street over there. So we're super close to it. The OHV trails are less than 20 minutes to get to the outpost to get your permit to go on the OHV trails at Baden Lake Recreational Area. So there's so much stuff to do out here. We just wanted to be able to share it with everybody and give them a really cool experience and a reason to come to the Uwharrie National Forest and stay and have something to talk about forever. Like, this would be a lifetime experience if you come out here.
Well, y'all check it out. If you want the ultimate glamping experience in the Uwharries, off-grid, near the lakes, the off-road trails, the hiking trails, you name it, fishing, come check him out. Verbo, Airbnb, several other websites mentioned. Those will be in the description. Just in case you were to miss that, that'll be in the description, that information to make reservations. I appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Y'all check him out. Come down here and visit the Uwharrie National Forest.